morning, Ms. Kang. Thank you for joining us today. As a reporter has been writing about IP for many years, can you give us any comments about IP in Vietnam in the most recent years?
Speaking of IP in Vietnam in the most recent years, there is a good news that the intellectual property registration had rapidly increased in Vietnam since we entered the global economy market. There were impressive figures showing that in 2000 there were about 10,000 brand names registered and about 20,000 brand names registered in 2005. The number of invention and industrial design also boosted as well, especially brand name registration increase is roughly about 25% compared to its previous number, in which international brand used to take up 75 to 80% in total, and now it has shared the equal proportion with Vietnamese brand name. This highlights that, in general, corporate businesses' awareness of the importance of intellectual property is significantly improved. However, the fact also remains that there are numbers of Vietnamese corporate businesses do not have a certain knowledge of intellectual property in registrations.
Thank you. So, in your opinion, is the Vietnamese legal framework and Vietnamese law supportive for the enterprises to register for their IP?
Well, there is another good news, which is the policies and registrations process is now getting easier for businesses that wish to process and protect their intellectual property. Procedures have been made and adjusted to be more simpler. For instance, it had reduced from 18 months to 12 months to register an invention, and it had reduced from 12 months to 9 months to register a brand name or industrial design. According to the intellectual property law, the registrations process takes 9 months compared to 12 months as it did before, and to register a brand, a corporate business only need to fill up a standard form, which is very simple, and pay the fee of about 1 million Vietnam dong, which is about $50 US. And this guidance of how to fill up the form is available on the website of NOIP.
Recently, IRV has been rejected by NOIP to grant the certificate of the industrial design. IRV has been rejected by NOIP to grant the certificate of industrial design for their attire because NOIP's examination revealed that IRV's design is similar to Kenda's design, but Kenda has registered successfully for the industrial design before. So, in your opinion, should IRV continue to apply for the industrial design patent?
Well, I think, in my opinion, the decision of NOIP to reject and refuse IRV to grant their industrial design certificate is not against the current intellectual property policy or law, because they do not grant the certificate for the industrial design that has already registered, right? However, to protect IRV products' economic benefits, IRV should really continue to finish their submissions provided with strong evidence and full information to support and persuade the committee panel that their product is brand name and different from the others. I believe that once IRV do so and resubmit their application with full verifications, NOIP would definitely grant them the certificate to the entire industrial design.
Thank you, and this is our last question. If you have to say one message to Vietnamese enterprise, what would you say about IP?
I would definitely say that IP is a valuable and important intangible access to every corporate business in Vietnam, as in the world. Intangible access is on the way to become one of the most fundamental factors creating values to corporate businesses and its corporate competitiveness in the market. Today, intangible access take up a large proportion in the corporate business total assessment values. Being a member of WTO and considering the current circumstance of global integration process and tariff barrier has been now taken off, Vietnamese corporate businesses need a proper brand development strategy and protections of intellectual property. these important points will strongly support and help the businesses having a competitive product, cost saving, and avoid intellectual property infringement.